Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's watch party for the Super Mario Bros. Film from '93. I am your host, Dominic Wallace, and I'm joined today by Dan, DJ Slopes from Slopes Game Room. How
Hey,
do you
hey,
do?
hey. I'm your Andrew today.
Yes,
Yeah.
Andrew is off in, I was about to say Las Vegas. That's where I am. He's
That's
off
where
in
you are.
sunny Florida,
He is.
enjoying his time.
He is. Enjoying the Disney parks, eating lots and
Ah,
lots of junk food. Oh, I'm very jealous. But not too jealous because I'm
exactly.
here watching, well,
Yeah.
all the movies we could have been watching.
Absolutely. Where's
Mhm.
The Rock? Oh, you wanted me to bring in Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Yeah, I've got connections like that.
Yeah. I'm your Dwayne The Rock Johnson today.
Exactly. Yeah, some would say better. So let's get everyone synced up. So tonight's sync point for the film is here on my copy. It's around about 26 seconds in, where we see the Hollywood Pictures logo. So while everyone's getting synced up, I'll do a little roll call and let's scroll all the way up here and see how many people are upset that we're watching this film. So tonight we have Hellify we've got Sharon, Ms. Swift. There's a nice conversation between everyone there talking about the film.
Hmm.
Lizard Man's joining us as well. We've got Mad Matt, Calbart, uh, Immortal Remus, and I'm seeing a lot of people asking why this film's being shown. Brainwire as well.
I
Well,
think it's just the go-to. Dan, I'm not here this week. We need to get some kind of video gamey thing for Dan. And then they said, "Hey, can you do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Just so you know, I haven't seen it in a long time, and I didn't enjoy it as a kid. Back when every film I watched was great. Like, oh my god! I
oh
remember when
yeah,
I watched Mortal Kombat. Like we could
yeah.
have watched that. So when I remember when I watched Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat, and I think I watched it on Sky when it went to Sky,
Uh-huh.
and like cable, satellite. And I remember looking over at my mate when right at the end when they done their big pose at the end, their big fight pose, and I just looked at
Oh
him. I was
yes.
like, "This is the greatest film of all time." Like it's like couldn't believe what I'd seen. Yeah, I've still got love for that movie, but not
Oh
so much
yeah.
Super Mario Brothers from 1993.
Well, let's count down and start this picture off, shall we? Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
It is funny that you said. Oh, that's why it clicked over to that one. Hang on. There we go. It is funny that you mention the Mortal Kombat movie because that is
Yeah.
next week's watch party.
Oh, is it really? Well, I'll be around in spirit for that one. Oh no, will I'm in Paris then, actually, but still,
Oh,
I'll
lucky.
watch it back. I'm at Disney, so
Yeah.
Andrew's.
You're taking turns, you and Andrew,
Yeah,
just high
yeah,
fiving on the way to Disney. I've never actually been to Disneyland Paris. Have you? You've been to Florida, right? Disney World. How does
yeah.
Paris
I've done
stack up?
California and Florida and Paris multiple
Hmm.
times, but yeah, man, it's all coming back to me. This sort of
This
animated
film, yeah.
monster thing. Yeah. At this
This,
point, as a kid watching this, I'm like, you know what? I'm in. This is good. This is good.
God, this point, I think it just reminded me of what's it called now? The animated dinosaur with little
Land Before Time.
The Land Before Time. So it just
Mm.
like kind of gave me post-traumatic stress disorder from that.
Yeah, Land Before Time 1 to 14. You know, there's a lot of Land Before Time movies.
There really is. It's crazy.
I
How
remember actually I went to
rapidly this
buy it
film
for my
goes off the
sister for her
rails.
birthday, like on DVD, like 20 years ago, something like that. Now, Land Before
Yeah.
Time, and it was like I only wanted to buy number one, but at the shop they didn't have number one. It was just you can buy
Mega
1 to
pack.
14, the box set, for like 25 quid, which is a pretty decent deal. But I thought she will never watch 2 to 13. She only wants to watch number one.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Oh, got a little bit Dutch angles here.
Yeah.
When you think Super Mario, you think Brooklyn in 20 years ago at an orphanage, don't you? That's the
That's it.
first thing that comes to mind. So yeah, the main complaint that everyone has of this film is that who in the hell decided to make a Mario movie like this?
Well,
Like,
the thing is, I know it went through a lot of rewrites. I don't know a
yeah,
lot about the movie, but I know it went through a lot of rewrites, and I know the filming was an absolute disaster. And
yeah,
um, in case anyone watches this and then instantly thinks they want to watch it again, there's apparently, I believe it's on the Internet Archive, but there is a version floating around that's been remade by like hardcore fans of this film, with all of the extra scenes that were found put back in. And apparently it's the way to watch it. And people that have watched it, it's actually a good movie if you watch that version. I'm like, okay. I mean, I've not trialed it out, but isn't that the Yoshi egg? Is that the Yoshi egg?
I
Right.
believe so.
I think it was at a time when, because it's hard to turn something like a basic game like Mario into a movie.
Yeah,
Uh,
it really is.
and I think back then they had to try and make it more for everyone. And I
Yeah,
think nowadays, because it literally 30 years later to the year they released the new Mario movie, and that was just beat for beat the game.
yeah,
Like,
that's what you
so
expect when you think of a Mario Bros.
yeah,
Film.
I think Hollywood's got a bit better like that.
The cast of this film, though, is amazing. I know they were all blitzed out of their brains, drunk the whole way
Yeah,
through.
absolutely.
But I mean, you got such a great cast. I mean, who else would you get to play Mario in the 90s then?
It's really bizarre, and I absolutely loved Bob Hoskins as well because I was like
Oh yeah,
hardcore in love with like Roger Rabbit and stuff. So
that was last week's watch party.
how was it? Oh mate, Roger Rabbit. Oh, so I'm gonna go back and watch that after this. I'll
It
tell you.
holds up. It holds up
Yeah, it
well.
does. It does. I watched it not long ago, and the guy at the end that used to scare me.
Oh
Remember
yeah.
me, Eddie? Like,
Oh,
made my little boy quite scared when he watched it. Like a few years ago when we watched it with him.
I was telling
Uh,
Andrew last week. It's so weird that that is the same actor that is. Well, it's Doc Brown from.
yeah, he's in everything like that, isn't he? He's
Oh
like your
yeah,
go-to crazy old man scientist.
yeah.
Sort of. He's
He
in
was born to play crazy
Sharknado.
old
It's
man.
not Sharknado. It's what's the Piranha one? Piranha Double D or something.
Oh yeah, Piranha
He's
3
in
Double
that.
D or something.
Yeah, he's like the crazy scientist in that.
We got Calbert asking, "Is that a shard from the Dark Crystal?" I don't know if we've done a Dark Crystal watch party. Actually, I'd love to do that if we haven't. I love this. We got John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins playing well, not twin, but Italian brothers in New York.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been argued, even by Nintendo back in the day, on where where they actually originated from.
Yeah,
Did they come from the Mushroom Kingdom? Were they Brooklyn? Are they Italian? There was no right answer back in the day
no,
until they made the cheat sheets. Oh, I love his voice.
oh, Bob Hoskins' American voice is so good.
Someone's got to have made an Etsy T-shirt of that Mario Brothers logo, haven't they? Somewhere,
Oh
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
on the side
I
of that
should buy
truck.
one.
Yeah,
This music right here, unironically, I do enjoy this film. Sue me, everyone, come at me. But this music is so nostalgically wholesome for me. I love it. Absolutely love it. Back when New York was affordable, so Sharon, yeah, absolutely. Those were the days.
absolutely.
I do miss knowing those guys that knew shortcuts everywhere.
Yeah,
Like nowadays, you just pull out Google Maps and you're like, no, this is the shortest route. It's like, no, 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 no. We take a left here, we take a right there. Trust me, I got this. We'll get there in no time. It was always your crazy uncle or something. Oh, the Scapellis.
there's another Etsy T-shirt.
Calbot, how dare you?
Doesn't sell
Extro
as well.
is cinematic masterpiece.
The old Twin Towers there, old
I
school
know.
New York. But
Oh,
it's
that
like
truly
even the
dates a
new one.
film.
The new one wasn't the perfect Mario movie. I'm still quite upset about the fact that they got Chris Pratt to do the voice
I
of
know.
Mario.
Instead of,
Even more so, the fact that Charles Martinet
Charles Martinet, he's in
was
there.
in the movie, but they didn't use him.
It's wild, isn't it? It's just peculiar.
I
That's got
will
to be a
say, I was like,
producer
oh,
thing.
really, Jack Black as well? But then when you heard him, you're like, actually, he did a bloody good
Yeah, he
Bowser.
did a damn good job. He made that his
Yeah.
life's work.
Yeah, except for the fact that it did turn into a Tenacious D section of the movie. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
The 90s, eh? Everything was about the climate. If only someone could have mentioned it earlier that climate change was a thing, and if we just didn't listen. He just
Yeah.
didn't listen.
Find a phone.
Find a phone, yeah. Go get
Only
a payphone.
31 years ago, guys.
Jack Black, according to Lizard Man, Jack Black did a Donkey Kong commercial as a kid, so he's been in
No, he
Nintendo's
did.
pocket for a long
It
time.
wasn't Donkey Kong. It was Pitfall.
Oh, he did a Pitfall. Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah,
I'm remembering it
search
now
up
with the
Jack Black Pitfall, and he's really young. Like Pitfall Harry, surrounded by man-eating something and dangerous crocodiles. Yeah, yeah. I showed it to my wife the other day. She's like, "Wow, that is Jack Black. He has not changed." And he would have
I
been
know.
like 7 or 8 or something like that. Then maybe he was really young, like maybe 10 years old.
I love him. I love my Bob Hoskins Mario. He's great.
Yeah,
That mustache is perfect.
I would get very excited. Even though I honestly I don't really like the film too much. I would get very excited if I was on like some studio lot tour or something and I saw the Mario van. I'm like, there it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would make me happy. A little bit of slapstick humor.
Oh yeah. Oh god, what are their names now? They're the cousins, aren't they?
Are they the Cooper Troopers?
They're like Cooper's cousins.
Right.
Like from Super Mario Bros. 3. I can't remember their names. Like
Yeah, one of them's
Curly or
Larry,
something.
isn't it? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking Larry, Curly, and Moe now. You've got me thinking Three Stooges.
So she's not Princess Peach. She's
Daisy.
Daisy, yeah.
Iggy and Spike. There you go. Thank you, Halifino.
Right.
Immortal Remus is saying that Bob Hoskins was the perfect live-action Mario. I
I've got to
agree.
say, yeah, I mean, thinking back for this type of Mario movie, like I can't really think of many people that could have done it better. Maybe
No.
like Danny DeVito because he's got the height, you know, like he still needs to get that magic mushroom.
I'm
magic
trash
mushroom,
man.
the one-up mushroom. Yeah, no, not magic mushroom. That's a really weird Mario movie I've just depicted there.
That's the Mario movie everyone wants to see, though.
It put Nintendo off for an incredibly long time to make more movies.
30 years.
Yeah, but did they do anything in between? I don't think they did.
I don't think they did. And now they're all in, aren't they? Because the new Mario Bros. Movie just made a lot of money.
Yeah, silly money. Over $1 billion. 1.3 billion, I want to say. I think that made. Good money. Really good money.
Good money.
Number 2's in development.
It is. We got a Legend of Zelda movie or TV show. It's some kind of, I think it's a live action project.
Yeah.
That's in the works. If Link isn't left-handed, I am going to riot. As a left-handed person myself.
I want to hear him do his screams.
Exactly.
Nothing else. Hey, listen.
Oh, God. We need a live-action Navi.
See, this is the weird thing. We're going off topic here a bit, but turning Mario into a movie just works animated. The new one, like I say, it checked all the right boxes. Yeah. Making Zelda into a live action, I don't know how they're going to do it. Like, it's going to disappoint because at least with animated, they can just replicate the style.
Yeah.
But with live action, it's going to be a toughie.
There was the CDI game that was live action.
Yes. Beautiful cutscenes.
If
like
Link
zoom in
talks,
and out of the camera every
rope, lamp oil, bombs. They're yours, my friend. As long as you have
Immortal says Legend of Zelda needs to be live action. I don't disagree. I just think that they're going to have a harder job getting it just right than they have had with Mario. Saying that, I mean, I know it's not really Nintendo, but the Pokemon one they did, where they made all those look CGI and stuff.
That looks great.
It's so much better than I was expecting. I was
Yeah,
like, really
I
lifelike looking
enjoyed that
Pokemon? I don't
film.
know about that. But I was like, you know what? It works. It actually really... Detective Pikachu really
Yeah,
worked.
it hit the right tone as well. It was like,
Mhm.
oddly enough, a similar tone to I believe I'm going to argue that this film hits. It's not quite a kids' film. It's not quite an adult's film. It's more like a family picture.
Mhm.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda live action. If there isn't a "Excuse me, princess,"
They've got to add it in there. They've got to add it in there. That's like the pointing in like a Superman, Spider-Man movie, isn't it?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
like, yeah, you, me, you. Like you got to get it in there. Excuse me, princess. Yeah,
but
definitely.
that's like all we had as a kid before this film came out. And admittedly, I was born in '91, so I've pretty much known that this film's existed my whole life, more
Right.
or less. But I did watch the Super Mario Bros. Super Show before this, and so to me, like kids watching this nowadays would be like, "Why doesn't Mario sound like the Mario voice?" You know, the
Mhm.
"Let's go." But back then,
a whole hour and a half. I know I just kicked off that it wasn't Charles Martinet, but at the same time, you imagine an hour and a half of ahoo, hee, hoo.
I know, right?
It would be pretty
Come on,
hardcore.
Luigi, let's go.
Yeah, just running up there, just like
Yeah, if we
it'd be
don't have
really
Waluigi in the next
quite a
one.
hard thing to watch.
Well, we had Toad in the film, but he
Yeah.
wasn't as Toady, was he?
No.
God, I can't remember his name now. The comedian, Keegan Michael. Yeah,
I
it
can't
was.
think of that. Yeah.
But yeah, back in the day, Mario was a Brooklyn, like New York kind of guy.
Mhm.
I remember the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. He sounded like this.
Did
Like
you
he'd been
get
smoking
excited when they did the
cigarettes.
first trailer and they actually had the Super
Oh
Show
yeah,
song and the advert? I was like, that is
yeah.
marketing 101 right there.
That was the only reason I went to go see it. I am an avid hater of Illumination like studios. I do not like their products.
Mhm.
I think that they skimp a lot. I think
Yeah.
they're fairly lazy filmmakers, and I think they do everything for as cheaply as possible. And the
Yeah.
product inevitably becomes cheap. So I went in expecting to hate the film. Like I went in with hatred in my chest,
Yeah.
mainly because of some weird loyalty to this picture. I was like, there ain't no way. Like, I remember telling my friends, the only good thing about this movie coming out is that it's going to make my Super Mario Bros. Movie no longer the worst Super Mario Bros. Movie ever made. Oh, and I was wrong. I went in, I think it was around about the, when Luigi has his cell phone and it's got the GameCube
Yeah.
intro sound effect.
Yeah.
That's when like I realized I'm smiling and I'm
Oh,
having fun.
all the way through that, I was winding up my wife all the way through. I'm like, look on the wall, there's Punch Out on the wall. Oh my
Yeah,
god, there's Duck Out references right there. That arcade machine, like, you shut up.
that was my experience as
That
well.
was, I think the time I lost it so much as a proper nerd was the end, but all the way through watching Wreck-It Ralph at the cinema.
Yeah,
And then right, especially when it went out to the they went into the electrical socket thing, and the
yeah.
camera just panned out, and the screen was just full of like hundreds of arcade game references of Paperboy and Space Invaders and Pac-Man and God knows whatever else. Like, that's from that. That's from that. That's from that. Oh my god, they just referenced Metal Gear Solid, and it was just like, oh my god.
It was great. Yeah, I tend to have those experiences with my wife as well. I'm always like, oh, this is from that. This is from this.
Yeah.
Oh, it must be a pain in the ass to be next to us in the cinema, I suppose.
Yeah. I noticed that when they in the advert when they put the car across the map, like all the different places around, like one was
the zones,
Zelda and stuff like that. It's awesome.
I suppose, have you been to Super Mario World then? The Nintendo Land?
No,
In
I really
California?
want to. I'm desperate to. Just because I want to see how the Mario Kart ride works. I can't get my head around. It's good, is it?
It's good. It's really good.
See, what I don't understand is it's AR. So augmented reality. So even though you're moving slowly, the characters look like they're moving fast, and I can't in my head, without going on it, see how that would work.
Yeah, there are videos out there. They do not do it justice one bit.
No,
You
no,
have to
no.
experience it.
I'm
And
more
like,
excited for the next Donkey Kong ride.
oh, same. Oh my god. So I get obsessed with roller coaster videos on YouTube. I watch loads of
Same,
documentaries about
same.
roller
Yeah, yeah,
coasters,
yeah.
and seeing this coaster, like it actually goes like up to the side and it holds the cart
Yeah,
on the side, and
they've
like
got a patent, haven't they, on it?
yeah, it looks so cool.
Yeah, I'm
Hello, Jesse
really excited
Flores.
for it. Big time.
We are approximately 18 minutes into the
Yep.
film. We
I'm
don't
seeing
have
1811.
yeah, we don't have a timer this time, I'm afraid. We're just getting to the scene where Daisy has found dinosaur bones in New York City.
So I did see someone posted earlier. Where was it? Calabot says we need a live action Pac-Man movie. Who's with me? I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility in this day and age that an animation studio would pick up the Pac-Man license. I mean, they made a TV show out of it.
There's
There's
going to be a Skibbity toilet film. Like, I'm sure
you could make a Pac-Man movie.
yeah.
I mean, I know you had Pixels,
Oh,
which I don't think deserves quite as much hate as it gets. It's not a great
hmm.
movie, but I know there was kind of Pac-Man in that a little bit. But Dedicated, I think it could happen.
Same. There was a TV show, wasn't there? Like in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
80s?
yeah. It was with the Pac-Man family called Pac-Land. I want to say it
Yeah.
had the same theme as Pac-Land. See that this part here isn't actually a million miles away from the setup of the new Mario movie, where they have
I
to go
know,
and find
right?
the fix and stuff. So you know, some of the I love the way he went up to a rusty screw then
Oh,
to
yeah.
start screwing. Like nothing got screwed there. His hand covered that up nice.
I just love how this is his superpower. Like, oh,
Plumbing.
really, really leaning into the plumber aspect of it.
That was my angle when I was younger. When I learned who Mario was and I was all about Sonic. I'm like, Sonic's the fastest thing alive. Mario's a plumber. Come
Oh,
at
I'm a
me,
true
bro.
Sega kid as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in the UK, Sega just was a lot bigger
Yeah,
in
yeah,
my neck of the woods anyway
yeah.
than Nintendo was. Good God, that's why I liked your Power Stone video, man. I was like loving the Dreamcast representation.
Yeah. I'm a big Sega fan. I tell you what,
Sega
so
Saturn's been my favorite all the time.
yeah.
Love that
I mean,
console.
I actually was a bit naughty and moved away from Sega during that generation to the
Hmm.
PlayStation, but my
Oh
neighbours
yeah.
had a Saturn.
Hmm.
So I still got to play on all of the standout titles, Unites and all that sort of stuff. And
Yeah.
so
The weird thing for me, and love it, all of the like original PlayStation like mascotty games, Resident Evil, Tomb Raider,
mhm.
Alien Trilogy, for me, they're all Sega Saturn games. Like I played them on the Saturn.
Yeah, I played them on PlayStation. Yeah.
It is. It's a very similar setup to the
It
new
isn't.
movie.
Yeah, and
And
it's
to
how
be fair,
the new one ends. Spoiler alert
yeah,
for people that haven't seen it. But after the credits, during the credits, you see the Yoshi egg, don't you?
yeah, it's
But then you
almost
actually see
identical.
Yoshis in the movie anyway.
Yeah,
There's one section where you see them.
yeah, just like running in the distance in the back.
Yeah, yeah,
But like the sets for this film are actually incredible.
they're impressive. I can imagine though as a kid, like, do you want to come and see the come onto the Mario set? I mean, I'm there like, where is it? Where is it?
Yeah.
We're on
Why
it.
does
Like,
it look
are
like the
we?
Goonies?
Yeah,
Tell you what, this scene actually like freaked me out as a kid. This like transition when they go into
yeah.
the mushroomy kingdom. This, yeah, that effect, that weird blue screen effect.
It's got a bit of a Return to Oz vibe, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does. Oh god, it's unnerving.
Move aside, Terminator 2. Almost, what's that other one? Lawnmower Man look.
Oh yeah, we did a watch party of that not long ago. Woof,
Yeah.
woof. That doesn't.
That's a film I've not seen in a long time. And I saw a clip of it and I'm like, whoa, that's aged.
Oh
Whoa.
yeah, yeah. The TV show Reboot looks better than that.
Right.
Good God, Reboot. That was a Canadian animated show from like 94, maybe even earlier.
That looked good. I like that.
Yeah, that was good. Like pixelating them. God, imagine if it went into animated now. The
Yeah.
same vein as the opening. Oh, that'd be horrible. It's one of the best cinematic trips in history. He like does a backflip, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Wow, he fell over good.
Yeah, he full on. Okay, how did Industrial Light and Magic not do these effects? These are great. Like, this is really good effects for the time. I
I'm
mean, even
looking.
now it
I'm
looks
doing.
great.
I do video DJing, and I'm always looking for clips in movies that I can use in like the video. So I'm like, that right there, that's going in.
According to Sharon, the budget for this movie was around $48 million.
What it make back?
Not that.
That looks like they're going down into the thing there, like with the big.
I know, right?
drill.
I love this.
It's
like,
so weird, isn't it? It's like
this
you was in
post-apocalyptic,
Brooklyn, and now you're in like
Blade Runner's version.
yeah,
of Brooklyn
deteriorated 8 Mile or something. I don't know.
I also love that because dinosaurs didn't go extinct in this version of the universe, there's no petroleum gas. So all the cars run on electricity. And that's something they never bring up. But look here, you see all the cars like need the electrical pylons to power themselves. I love how adorably they think of that for the world, but they don't really implement it in any way other than visually. And that's what I always point towards when I say, no, it's a genius movie. Look, the world building. The world building's great.
I will say, I'm actually enjoying looking at all of the little neon references.
It's great, yeah. Rift Tracks compared it to the Total Recall set. It does. It looks like Total Recall. I would love to see another movie set in this world.
Yeah.
Like a cyberpunk film. I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. I always thought the fungus looked so gross as well.
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
So grim. They're such cute puppets. I love them.
They're not terrible. They're not terrible. I mean, when did Jurassic Park come out? That's what we got to compare it to. It was only a few years before this, after this, wasn't it? 95?
Was it? I think it was earlier than that.
Was it?
Was Jurassic Park 93? It might have been.
Was
It might have been the same year.
That would be insane.
1993 says Helen.
It was.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah.
Can you imagine if this came out first? I'm not sure which came out first, but if this came out like a few months before, and it was like, yes, we have the best animatronic. I was a teenage mammal. XXX.
This scene right here. So this part right here. I watched this with my son about 3 or 4 years ago. So he's 9 now. He would have been about 4 or 5 then, something like that. And I'm like, do you want to watch the Mario movie? Because he was like well into Mario. I'm like, yeah. I mean, just to warn you, it's nothing like the game. And we're watching it, and he's just so confused. Like Mario kind of looks like what Mario kind of would look like, but that's pretty much where it goes. And then when that thing popped its head around the corner, we had to turn it off. And for years, he has been so frightened to watch it again. It's crazy.
It's great.
So do you think he actually covered his hands in wax there?
Oh,
no,
absolutely.
he's able to bend them. He's bending them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It would crack off. I think it was Sharon who pointed out that the actress here is the mom in the Harry Potter films. As in Aunt Petunia, I think. And
right. Yeah.
I completely... I watched this a few years ago with my wife because I showed it to her because I'm a nice husband. And I don't even think she recognized her, but we both we were like, where have we seen that actress? And we refused to look at IMDb. We refused to cheat. We have to engage our brain somewhat.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was like back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in the day, if you're like, who is that from? You'd sit there and think, and then you would just go to bed not knowing the answer.
I know, and then you wake up at 3 a.m. and be like, "Oh my god, I need to find a payphone and call them up and tell them."
It is annoying when you see someone on the telly and you're like, who are they from? What are they from? And it's from an episode of something, like some random TV show that you've seen,
Yeah.
like not even a movie. And then it's those ones that you would never get without IMDb.
Alifano, I also want to drink at Bullet Bill. They should do that in the
So
Universal
what's
Parks.
the reason for him putting his hand in that wax stuff? Is there a reason for that?
He's obsessed with germs, and I guess it was
okay.
He's getting rid of the germs. I don't know why Cooper is agoraphobic in this.
Those are some
street
pretty
food.
impressive extras in here.
Oh yeah,
they all look like Streets of Rage bad guys.
They
Every
do,
single
don't
one
they?
of them.
Have you heard there's a Streets of Rage movie being developed by the guys that did John Wick? I'm down for
that. Like a real one, as in an official one.
Yeah.
Because I know a trailer went up literally, I want to say last week or the week before, of a fan-made Streets of Rage movie.
Yeah, I've heard it was like genuine and in pre-production.
Well, they've got a new game coming out and a new Crazy Taxi.
Oh, I'm frightened but excited.
Yeah, as long as they've got Offspring on the soundtrack, and then they've got their
exactly,
one step
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah,
God, that was a jam. I love how violent this grandma is.
Those engines are not well placed. They are bouncing around all over the place.
Bertha. Isn't Bertha the fish in Mario? Okay, were jump jet boots a thing in the Mario games at this point? World would have been the latest game. I remember there was a boot that you sat in when...
Yeah.
But they weren't thwomp boots. I mean, when were the thwomps introduced?
I don't know.
I remember them from Super Mario 64, man. Oh god, this is Toad, isn't it?
That's Toad. Oh my god.
That's Toad.
Thank God I've got you here telling me this. Like, I don't think I picked up on that as a kid.
No, neither would I. Like, I think, again, showing my wife, I was like, oh, that's Toad? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
You know the law, Toad.
See, the thing is, when I was a kid, I went to a school of like 60, 70 kids. Like, the whole school was only had that many kids in it. So, in my year, there was like 11. I think the year above me only had 2. There was like very few kids. There was a few kids that had PCs, several kids that had home computers, but like everyone had Segas, to the point where I'm not sure I knew anyone that had a Nintendo. Anything. I remember seeing them about here and there, like an NES here and whatever. And I obviously saw Mario on the TV and stuff like that. But I was just obsessed with Sonic, like, and anything Sega. So when I saw this movie and I watched it, I'm like, this is what the Mario games are like? I played the Mario Brothers on the NES, but I don't think I'd played these Super Nintendo ones by the time this came out, which is insane.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Mario? Like, I think I'll stick with Sonic.
Right? What did you think of the Sonic movie when it came out?
I thought it was alright.
Sonic fan.
It was pretty good. I mean, it hit the right beats.
Yeah.
I loved Jim Carrey's acting in it, but I really want him to be fat now. I really want him to be fat.
Yes.
Like, and I know he's coming back for the 3rd movie, and I think it's going to be more of a cameo role.
Yeah.
But if he's in there, big fat belly with his big windy moustache, I'm like, okay, they've nailed it. Because I think he did well.
Why is a cop being felt up by a...
That's her job.
I do not remember this. Like, I swear I've watched this scene in particular get quoted all the time. Like, he's Mario, I'm Luigi, Mario. And I don't remember the dominatrix, like, stroking the cop's shoulder with her high heel.
Why's he spitting? We're down your trousers, mate.
Can you imagine anyone trying to sell this to a studio?
It's
We're doing
so weird.
we're doing this
Literally
Mario
got
picture.
sold on nothing but the name alone.
They're gonna go to a dystopian cyberpunk world. I imagine being a producer, just seeing the dailies of this and being like, "Oh crap, we've got a stinker on our hands." All right, take a screenshot of this and try and convince someone this is a Mario Bros. Film.
It's so bizarre.
This is nuts. This is so crazy. I mean, even the costumes of the cops, like, what is going on here? Could they have gotten further from the games?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Shy Guy, I guess. Immortal Rimus is saying it's a Shy Guy reference. The guys who were in the masks. Yeah, they look somewhat similar.
I suppose so.
It's like if H.R. Giger designed the Shy Guys.
Yeah.
That's what this film feels like. If H.R. Giger reimagined the Mario Bros. Film.
Has anyone ever been brave enough to cosplay as Toad and do that to their haircut? Do that to their hair.
There has to be a thing. Oh my god.
I mean, these are pretty elaborate sets.
Yeah, they are. It's credible.
And it's like, even like, you can imagine just everyone building it. Just like, where's the Mario in all of what we're doing? Like, nothing here looks like Mario.
I mean, I'm not convinced a lot of people back in the day would have really cared because, gaming's for kids, right? So all these adults, maybe like 3 or 4 people. Someone mentioned Dennis's son earlier on, like he's the reason. Here we go. On The Late Show, Dennis Hopper talked about his son asking Dad, "Oh, why did you do that Super Mario Bros. Movie?" And he responded, "I did it so you can have shoes." And then his son said, "I didn't need shoes that badly, Dad."
I bet he still, for the longest time he was asked, like, for signatures for this because from the hardcore gaming fans.
Oh yeah, I bet he was a good sport about it. He seems the type. I love the mannerisms. Like he tries to be a T-Rex, like in everything he does. The thing is, with a bad film, you can normally see the laziness and you can see why it's bad. You can point to the sets and say they're poorly done. The effects, they're not great. This film, the acting, it's poor. There's so much passion in this film. Like, so
much drugs in this film.
A lot of drugs as well, yeah. But
a lot of
the
mushrooms.
Actors, the extras, the sets, it's weird. It's bizarre. It's like they made every choice possible to be as distant from the source material as they could be.
I'd love to know what props were left over, like, and sold out and stuff. That'd be really interesting to see what survived.
Yeah, it would be, if anything. But even the Koopas, even the fact that the Goombas, are tiny-headed, big-bodied creatures.
Yeah,
it's almost like an FU to the actual source material, isn't it?
It really is. It really is.
I love
trying
that.
to explain that, because like I said, I had to do it recently with my son, and like, trying to explain to him, like, that's a Goomba. Like, what?
But they're meant to be big heads. This is nightmare fuel. But again, good effects.
That's a little clip there that I'll use for the video. That they put some studs around the telly. Who's bad?
God, I bet you anyone, like, you're gonna have a few of these fans because we're coming out of the woodwork now. Us troglodytes that enjoy this film, we're slowly coming out of the closet and cheering to the world. Champions of the '93 Mario.
So weird.
Oh, he's kind of cute though. I don't know why his teeth are so razor sharp. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely would have worn the T-shirt that Luigi's wearing when I was like 12 or something. Though, hell if I know. I ain't a trog. I'm just a movie expert. Damn right. That's what I'm going to say when people question my taste in film.
Has he changed his clothes? Is he still wearing the same clothes? I don't know. I don't
Uh,
know if I remember him wearing that, but maybe he did.
yeah, they put him in that costume just before
Oh
they
right.
slapped him in. Oh, I forgot they give him a mouth harmonica.
Yeah, yeah. Like the. Sounds like an early Disney animatronic, doesn't it?
Oh, they're quite adorable. Oh, there it is.
What?
Again, take a screenshot and try and convince someone this is a Mario Bros. Movie.
Luigi's got
Arrest these
moves.
plumbers.
Look at all those
Oh,
little
yeah.
laptops.
Again, the set. Look how elaborate this is.
It's such a bizarre.
It is. It's a bizarre film.
Mm. It does make me wonder, like, would it have done better not being called Mario? Like,
Absolutely. If you take away Mario and Luigi, this could have been such a unique IP. It almost irritates me that it was associated with Mario because the
yeah,
film
yeah.
itself, on its own merits, it has so much heart to it. It's bizarre and it's a very peculiar
Like, I'm
kind
kind
of
of happy
film.
it is Mario associated just because I love weird, obscure video game
Yeah,
history. But at the same
absolutely.
time, it would have actually. It would be a cult. I mean, it kind of is a cult classic, but it would have been a different type of cult classic if it wasn't
Yeah,
Mario related. Change the names and the absurdly minor Mario references, of which
references.
there is
Yeah,
so few. Yeah, it's a bizarre one.
it is super bizarre. I would love to see the alternate universe where this isn't a Mario film and
Yeah, corruption cannot be reported. Instead,
it's so dystopian.
I love that. That is a proper bodge job car. I love the look of that. It's like
Again,
built out of Lego.
but it looks so good.
Yeah, yeah. I'd buy that Lego set. I would for that car.
Yes.
That looks cool. Instead of fire flowers, you got fire guns. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of a reference, I suppose.
It's such bizarre like thinking. I want to know how the writers of this joined up these links because it is peculiar and maybe
Yeah,
it's the worst way possible to reference it.
yeah. There's fireballs in Mario, so that's kind of what we got to add in there.
It's almost cynical thinking. Like, how do you get the fireballs in there? Well, of course, you got to give the cops guns, and it shoots fireballs.
That's good. I like that. Oh no, I'm not starting to enjoy this movie, am I?
Yeah, you are. We're getting the hooks in. This is
I
how I
mean,
get
honestly, like
everyone.
the set looks more like what I'd imagine like a Dr. Robotnik lair to look like than like
Oh yeah.
anything from the Mario universe.
Did you ever watch the Japanese anime film of
Yeah,
Sonic the Hedgehog with
yeah,
the
yeah. The
where Knuckles got his
AMV or whatever
hat?
it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fights
This
Knuckles. Yeah.
yeah, it reminds me of that. Like the set reminds me of that dark dystopian city.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sonic AM as well with the what? Oh,
The car
Anthony's
underneath has
voice.
no idea what's going on.
Absolutely not. Where, where'd that car come from? It seems unrelated.
quite a
Now
cool
this
stunt
is
to do.
pod racing.
I mean, they could have so made some kind of more related to Mario Kart this scene.
Oh yeah, because Mario Kart was a thing by here.
I'm pretty sure it was by '93. When was
Yeah,
the first? Oh yeah, Mario Kart was a Super Nintendo launch game.
yeah. So that would have been what, 91 or 89?
Yeah, I think 91.
I'm going to
92, 92. So yeah, only just about a year before this
yeah,
came out.
pull over or we'll unleash the blue shell. I do love their relationship though. Like they do feel like
Yeah,
brothers, even though they're completely different ages. And
it's really bizarre the weird like skin stuff that's constantly dangling
oh
down from
yeah,
everything.
the fungus. What's even worse when you realize what the fungus is? It's the king of the nation who has been devolved so much he has become fungus, and he's everywhere now in the Koopa Kingdom, and he's kind of like a guardian angel to the Mario Brothers here because he is saving them. He gave them a bomb earlier on, and yeah,
Right.
it's Lance Henriksen. Like this fungus here is Lance Henriksen. I totally every time I watch this film, I forget that it's Lance. Again, the cast in this film is shockingly good.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you're like attached to like probably the most popular game for the time, game series for the
Yeah,
time.
the amount of high jumps these pair take, their knees must be destroyed. Take a screenshot and try and convince people this is the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
It's
God, that,
really bizarre. It
that
looks
shit
like
is
some kind
really
of
bad.
like unheard of '80s horror flick.
I know, right? But this set, again, it's so incredible. I know several billionaires want to live in this mud bath like area.
What a
Oh,
line!
yeah,
Someone wrote that down. Like, that's a good line. That's going. That's going in the stay pile.
that is what I just said to myself. I was about to say, like, I need to use that in, in my day-to-day life.
You know what I love about mud? It's clean and dirty at the same time.
Also,
So
these
who is
costumes.
she in the blue? Who is she supposed to be?
She is the aspiring wife to be of Cooper.
Right.
Just
Yeah. She's not like a character from the game, is she?
nah, just a femme fatale on climbing her way up the ladder. Everyone's chewing me out because I said, "How can the Mario Bros jump so high and not be in pain?" And yeah, you're right. They're jump man. That they are supposed to jump. I sound like a gangster. Cooper's a gangster, come on. He's oh yeah. I'm not allowed to get political on this show, so I won't. But I'm realizing that he has strong resemblance to a certain political figure. Also, I thought that the other lass here, the one who's not Daisy, was oh, what is her name? The Mario's girlfriend who gets kidnapped in the Donkey Kong game. God, she was in Odyssey as well as a singer.
Oh.
Lucy or something.
Oh no, I'm thinking of someone else. Okay. Daphne or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, she's like the original Donkey Kong one you save, isn't she?
Yeah. No
Here we go.
disrespect. Dumb. Kisses ring. And oddly enough, his hairstyle would become very popular in about 20 years' time.
The what's quite funny is I've just looked up I've just literally typed in Mario Bros 1993 and it shows you the cast. So these are the importance of the cast in order. So you've got Luigi Mario, Mario, Bowser, and prostitute. Carlene Moore is the fourth person shown up in Google.
She's credited as a prostitute? A
Apparently
Mario
so.
Bros film has a credited prostitute in it.
Yeah. She's the prostitute in Mario.
Oh.
Still going strong. Yeah. Prostitute. Oh no, prostitute uncredited in Super Mario.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's rocking a mullet as well. Both of these hairstyles would become popular.
A really funky mullet because he's like braided the bottom part of it. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen that haircut before or since. That particular style.
Bring back the braided mullet. Guy goes into a hairdresser. I need that Cooper cut. Barber says, "Say no more, bro. I've got you." That chair looks horrifically uncomfortable.
Like, what sex dungeon did they dig that from? Like,
I know. You've got sconces of fire in. Well, oh god, it looks like it is Bowser's castle. It is. I hate that I'm making like sense of this. It is what Bowser's castle. Like, if you translated Bowser's castle to live action, I can see it. It doesn't seem that distant from reality. But it's like a 90s billionaire told his architect to recreate Bowser's dungeon in like modern chic. 90s modern chic.
I see Helifino says like Sin City. I'm guessing what you mean, like that little like room they were in. I get the reference, but please don't relate this movie to Sin City. I adore that Sin City movie. That was such an iconic cult movie. And
great film.
It's freaking movie.
Immortal Rimmers has a very good point. The 90s were kind of like the Wild West for film and TV. Yeah. And that is what made it so special and missed, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do deeply miss how creative a lot of stuff from the 90s were. Like, I miss 90s fantasy. Like Xena Warrior Princess. I miss having like fantasy shows on TV all the time.
I actually, when I went to Florida as a kid, I remember there being a Hercules and Xena attraction at Universal.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was. I didn't go in. I went into that, and I went into the Alfred Hitchcock one, which was really cool. It had a 3D. Here comes Yoshi. Had a 3D. The 3D glasses birds attacking you. So you just put
nice.
And just get your eyes pecked out for like 2 minutes. And I saw, but I didn't go in. I saw it out from the outside. The Murder, She Wrote like
attraction.
There was a Murder, She Wrote attraction. I never went in it. I don't know what that one was, but I went in Xena and Hercules and the Alfred Hitchcock one, and then loads of other ones like Terminator 2 and stuff as well.
Oh yeah, I remember the Terminator 2
Those were the more obscure ones, Xena and Alfred Hitchcock, and obviously Murder, She Wrote. But I don't know what that was. I want to know what that was actually.
It broke my heart when they changed the Back to the Future ride and turned it into the Simpsons ride. I love the land. I love Simpsons Land, but the ride, it broke my heart. It really did.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate to say I've been on both, and Back to the Future was better.
Yeah,
and obviously I'm an 80s kid, so I love Back to the Future, one of the greatest movies ever. Like everyone says that, but I mean, Simpsons is super iconic. If anything's going to replace it, I'm kind of okay with it being Simpsons, but at the same time,
it could have been worse.
It's not Back to the Future. But now they're talking of changing it to Pokemon.
Oh,
well,
really?
They're going to lose the Simpsons license eventually, and the big rumor is Pokemon.
I would be very, very down for that.
I think like it would be a very smart move for them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan, but my God, the merch. Like, people will go mental. A Pokemon ride? Like, my God. Like, a proper one. None of these, like the pop-up Japanese amusement parks that existed.
They have pop-up amusement parks?
In in Japan. They have done in Japan. They did a Pokemon pop up one where it's just like a Ferris wheel, but you're sitting on like a Charizard. It's nothing, you know. It wasn't Charizard. It was another one. I'm really bad at Pokemon. I really only know the basics. Murder She Wrote Mystery Theatre. It was. Not to say this movie is making me look up X rides at Universal Studios, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah, Murder She Wrote Mystery Theatre.
How is this film so sexual?
Yeah, I know. I mean, they all look like they're a bit BDSMing up a bit, especially old Bowser there.
Oh, yeah.
Poor old Yoshi.
You don't kick the dog. You don't kick the dog.
I never forget because as I said, I had to turn this off when that Goomba showed up.
Yeah.
From my son because he was just so scared by it. And when I told him I was doing this tonight, I quickly just showed him it again, and he's like, oh, "Okay, it wasn't as scary as I remember." And I said, I remember as a kid, he was like in love, so in love with Yoshi, like got a little teddy and everything. When Ben slept with it every night, and I was like, "Let me show you what Yoshi looks like in the movie." And he was just the disappointment on his face, like, "Oh." I'm like, "Yep, that's Yoshi."
Oh, that hurts.
I was like, remember, son, the movie is based on the game. The game is not based on this movie.
Yeah. Dino erotica or paranormal romance? What has our chat been doing while I've been ignoring it?
You're Sharon saying there, how dare he kick Yoshi? I mean, at the same time, Mario's like got no issue with like just plummeting him down in a hole so he can make that jump a little bit higher. See you later, Yoshi. I mean, I'd rather take a kick to the head than like death.
Carnosaur. This looks better than Carnosaur, at least. Have you ever seen that? Carnosaur, the Roger Corman film?
I haven't.
It was made like 20 seconds after Jurassic Park came out,
right.
And it is just it's a horror film. It's glorious. It's adorable. There's so many hand sock puppets that are used.
Is that a Twin Towers sort of?
Oof. Yeah, that doesn't age well, does it?
Wow. Like that's obviously what they've referenced it on because it's like an alternative Brooklyn, New York, sort of.
This was in '93, so it wasn't.
Yeah. I've never put that together because I don't think I've watched it post 9/11.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Mario Bros movie hits different post 9/11. Oh, well, yeah. Things like Deus Ex, the video game, that has a similar thing but Deus Ex came out in like 2001, I think. But it has like an image of very, very much like that. Actually, in the distance, you see the Twin Towers, and one is not looking so good.
Yeah.
I guess it's just assumed because of the importance of those buildings to the country that if anything bad was going to happen, it would happen there.
Yeah. You know, you got like the bad guys in this. I know the timeline's not going to make sense because the Disney Hercules film came out after this, blah, blah, blah. But if they made a live action film in 1993 based on Hercules, they really remind me of Pain and Panic. The minions of who is it? Hades?
Yeah.
Like,
they really sound like
get
them.
masked up. Sorry, I interrupted myself.
Yeah.
We'll disguise ourselves as gimps, and then they'll think we're into their little weird sexual fantasies. This is a Mario movie, remember? Jeez.
Take a screenshot and say this is from the Mario movie.
Like extended Pulp Fiction scenes, or like this is ridiculous.
They've not even changed their costume. They've just put a mask on.
Pain and Panic reporting for duty.
They do have strong pain and even the color combination actually is similar.
Yeah, they've got the blue and the purple going on, haven't they? And they're like stupid but like devious and yeah.
Oh, I love their suits. I love.
Wow. The costume department are like, this has nothing to do with it, but go for it.
Again, the costume department, they didn't skimp. They have put so much effort. Did you ever see Mystery Men?
What?
The
No.
superhero
No,
film.
no. I'm thinking of something else. No.
Because it's kind of giving me Mystery Men vibe, because that's like dystopian as well.
Yeah. Mad Matt 4242. They did Deadpool and Wolverine back then. Yes. Yeah, comment of the day goes to you. That's great. Oh my god, that's a Twitter post right now. I'm stealing
Exactly,
that.
yeah.
100%.
These were the original Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah, oh my god. Oh, I downloaded the wrong Wolverine and Deadpool. Wolverine. Yeah. Oh my god, it's happening.
Oh, I think the song of the century is coming, I believe. Walk the Dinosaur, if I remember correctly.
Oh my god, yes, it's all coming back to me. One of the only things I remember about watching it, the very first time I watched it, is I mean, not to spoil the ending, but don't they look up and see the bob-omb underneath had like Reebok or Nike on the bottom of its little plastic foot? That's like one of the only things I remember. What was it, Umbro or I don't know?
Yeah, I think the bob-omb does have the Reebok shoes. I always thought it was the Thwomp shoes that were Reebok, but I think you're right. I think it's the bob-omb. I also love how Bob Hoskins just has raw sexual energy here, like just pure, unadulterated game.
I want to know what else she's been in. Oh, and she was actually a voice in Hercules, apparently. Oh, she's going to be one of the without looking it up, I bet she's one of the muses.
Yeah, the muses.
We are the muses.
How in the hell have we made that connection? Like,
there it
your
is.
brain just plucked it from the ether.
Unless I'm wrong, and she's just one of the voices of the sequels of Hercules. I'm not sure if she was in the original.
Oh, you mean like the TV show?
Yeah, they did a Zero to Hero like sequel movie, I think.
Yeah. Eyes up, Mario. Mario has his eyes on the prize, okay? He's here for one reason and one reason only.
She's a shopper in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey one.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
When you look hard enough, says Lizard Man, you can connect with any movie with everything eventually. You're absolutely right. Actually, Lizard Man, isn't this the land of your people? Are we not seeing your origin story here? Oh, here it is.
Here it is.
Whenever we go to any party, and I tried my hardest to get this on the wedding playlist. My wife vetoed me.
Oh yeah, she is. She's the main
muse,
the main singer, the main muse.
There we go. Again, unironically, I really enjoy this song. I think it's great.
I forgot that it was associated with this until you said, and now I'm going to associate it with this movie.
Open the door, get on the floor. And that's all I can say without getting copyright struck. I really want to see more movies in this universe. I genuinely do. Lizard Man is correcting me.
Serious outfits.
Oh, yeah. I love that they've just got loads of these rocket
Swamp
boots.
shoes.
Yeah. So, Lizard Man is a lizard. Dinosaurs are cousins, but they're closer to birds. It's a different evolutionary tract. Thank you for educating me. Oh, we got boss man Robin Block saying, "Yo, Slope."
Hey, Robin Block, how you doing, buddy?
You better be watching
They
this
were
movie,
supposed
Robin.
to put Princess Peach in, They very much didn't. They are incredible suits.
They are. They're great. All right, the next time me and my bro need to like dress up for Halloween, we're going as Mario and Luigi. How many people do you reckon are going to say, "Oh, are you Deadpool and Wolverine?"
Yeah, 100%.
The thing is, they didn't even cheap out on the Goombas. Like, each of their faces are different. They spent so much money on this film, and they really shouldn't have. But I'm so happy they did.
God, he just made that, didn't he? The way he was
Oh
falling
yeah,
down, it was like hanging off the edge.
by an inch.
That little like theme there, that's what I remember quite well as well.
I mean, it's great. The Dumb and Dumber tuxes, yeah. Or the very stylish versions of the MK Ninjas. Oh, here he is. Here's Lance. Oh, the noise! Oh,
It's so bizarre.
how they make
It
it
gives
so
off
goofy.
vibes of that Michael Jackson Captain EO.
Oh my
ride
god,
thing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? No.
Absolutely.
I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, and I missed that when I was younger. And then when I went to Disneyland Paris, like not long after he died, they brought it back.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, and it was hilarious.
Is
It's
it
like
that bad?
it kind of is, but like kind of brilliant at the same
Yeah.
time. Like when he comes out and the music starts like, "Hoo, dum 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 dum," the actual
You just get
seats are,
lost
like,
in it.
bounce into the beat of that.
Oh,
It's
that's
like everyone's
cool.
doing that. It's just ridiculous. We
Man,
are here to change the world. Gonna change the world. Because he goes there. He's about to get thrown into a dungeon, and he's like, "But I've brought you a gift, the gift of song and dance."
The gift of song and dance.
And it turns her into a beautiful lady, and then he's free to go. It
Absolutely.
has zero sense. You think Moonwalker make no sense? Watch this.
Hold my beer.
Yeah.
I remember when Sonic 3, everyone was saying that Michael Jackson did the music for Sonic 3.
Yeah.
God, you can't unhear it, can you, when you listen to it?
I know. See, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan, I'm a big Sonic fan, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles in particular, I've got it right
Absolutely.
here, literally right here, is my all-time favourite game.
Yeah,
and then
brilliant.
when it started coming out that Michael Jackson, who made my all-time favourite album, Dangerous, did the music, and I'm like, oh my god, I can hear it.
Game.
And I'm like, I love this game even more now. Yeah,
I know.
One of my all-time favourites.
You just can't unhear it. I think the stage that got me was the carnival stage.
Come on! Oh no, that's not it, is it? It's
Oh no, yeah, that was the boss theme. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I use that a lot in my videos. That, and then you got
good
this
music.
As well. We're like fully not talking about Mario now. But...
Oh no, absolutely. Well, we're going to Sega. We're talking about the enemy.
Oh, this as well.
Oh yeah, Moonwalker. That game was fantastic.
So this, the annoying thing about this, and I was lucky.
Carnival
when you
Night
buy
Zone,
this, you don't know what version you've got.
Oh right.
And it had Thriller in it.
Wait, it did?
Yeah, when you get to like the grave
the zombie stage, right?
Yeah. It plays Thriller, and this is the iconic look, isn't it? There it is.
Yeah.
We've waited an hour and 6 minutes, and they finally look like Mario.
They're finally in.
And then they had to remove it due to a license issue. But you don't know what version you've got until you put it in and play it and get to that level. There's no way of knowing. And luckily, I've got the Thriller one.
Nice. I didn't, so I played that game expecting Thriller to be there, and it wasn't playing Thriller.
Yeah, it's like some random song. I've got a bootleg of that game on vinyl as well, just to...
Nice.
It's such a weird vinyl to have.
These costumes, absolutely insane costumes.
They are really weird. I'd love to see the concept art.
Yeah, genuinely. Oh god, Lena. There we go. She does have a name. I love Dennis Hopper. Like everything he's in, he just chews the scenery as much as possible.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like the story that everyone's drunk on set and no one's, taking it seriously.
Yeah, yeah.
And yet everyone's really doing really well. Like you're not surprised to hear that they were drunk, but also it's impressive that they're still doing a decent job. And I'm sure that resulted in many retakes and many reshoots purely because of the unprofessionalism of the actors.
Mhm.
But damn, you don't notice it.
Absolutely. I tell you what I'd like. You're a theme park guy. When
Oh, yeah.
Universal do their Halloween Horror Nights, and they have like haunted houses based on like whatever the latest horror movies are,
Yeah.
Conjuring and everything else. Having horror, these just walk around the park, these characters would be
I would
such
love
a
it.
win. It would blow up the internet. People would be
It
talking
would.
about it. And it would be such a cool thing. No one would know what they're from, but the people that do know would be absolutely in love. And then just get rid of them.
Absolutely.
I reckon
Don't
it would
explain
actually
it.
do so well for Universal
would.
if they did that. And Nintendo would never allow it. They do not want this movie.
No, they
They
want
want to
this movie
pretend this never
purged.
happened.
Yeah. I need to go. I'm next to California. I'll drive down tonight and tell them, whisper in the executives' ears, like
It would be
Palpatine.
such a good move if they did that.
You will make the Goombas from the '93 Mario Bros. Movie be the attraction this year.
No. Ignore The Last of Us. Let's go to these instead. And her hairstylist as well. Like the stylists are just every scene. She's got a
really
different
bizarre.
hairstyle.
It's like when every action movie has to go into that secret club, like in The Matrix or like
Yeah.
Blade or something. They have to go down
It's
like
the
one of
tech
those
noir from
massive
Terminator.
elevators that have a big rail door, and
Yeah.
when they get down there, everyone dresses like this.
But it's not a bad made movie. I think it gets a lot of hatred based on the fact that it's a bad Mario film.
Yeah, it
But
shouldn't be related to.
Yeah.
I mean,
But the film
that's like nightmare fuel right there.
Oh, yeah.
You know that? What the hell?
No! Poor Yoshi. He just had a foot fetish. Leave him alone. You're in a kinky club. What do you expect?
That's a very see-through dress. There we go.
It is. Again, we're in a kinky club. What do we expect?
So
Sharon,
how
the
did
movie's
this
gone
work?
off. I don't know.
Right.
They just started dancing to the music in the elevator.
I don't even know what what that could reference in the games.
I don't think it's a reference at all. Oh my god, there was one that was just a snake.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just it's like a Bugs Bunny skit. Like
Yeah.
made them dance and then
From what I
runs off.
remember, they filmed that scene in particular because they didn't know how to get the brothers away from the Goombas, and it's like, but you wrote them in. You don't have to write them in if you don't have a way of getting them out. Like, you are in control of this film. You don't. It makes little sense. But I remember that scene, like the Goombas dancing in the elevator is one of the scenes that stuck with me.
Sharon, next time I'm in an elevator full of Goombas, I'll do this trick to subdue them. Check.
Absolutely, works every time. Oh, poor Toad.
I mean, they're like enormous, like big, like sort of velvet-looking blazers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. Like that's the uniform of the guards in this. It's so crazy.
We're giving exposition down a hallway really fast. Don't think about it. Don't question it. Just follow me.
It's such a weird film.
May I present
My
to
dad's
you
a ball sack?
a really rotten looking one too.
Yeah.
Like at that point, don't see a doctor, see a priest.
He doesn't look a mix between a ball bag and a KFC drumstick. There's been like the Coke's been spilt on. I don't know.
The Venn diagram of
Yeah.
and rotten KFC. Got the KFC gravy, and this is what the KFC gravy is made of. I think Sharon mentioned free falling earlier on, or someone mentioned free falling. Yep. We're about to go free falling. Oh, Johnny Devick. I think I saw this in the cinema. In that case, I regret it.
Oh my god, yeah, flying, definitely not hanging.
Yeah. Apparently the script was in another castle.
Yeah.
Why does he always jump that way? Why does he jump head first? He just somersaults.
It looks so skinny and flimsy, the skin stuff.
Again, though, look at this set. This is almost like the set of Aliens, right? They've had to like find a industrial factory and spray it everywhere.
Yeah.
Sharon is telling me that apparently no one was in charge of the script at this point, so I believe it.
Yeah, for sure. Imagine being her in that mindset and like, right, getting yourself into the moment. Right, I've got to talk to the weird goo stuff, pretend it's my dad because I'm in a Mario movie now, and it's the mental gymnastics to get to that stage.
Yeah. Oh, they really make you feel for this little puppet, though. It's a good puppet. Yoshi's a good puppet.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it looks absolutely nothing like Yoshi.
No.
Yeah, it's a good puppet for what they're going for, I suppose. I mean, again, it came out the same year as Jurassic Park, but sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going for that sort of dinosaur look, is it? I suppose.
Oh, Ivan Ooze. You're mentioning Ivan Ooze. That's going to be a watch party in a couple of weeks as well. The Power Rangers movie. Dredging up all of the 90s flicks. When I was a kid, I lived in Birmingham, so we had Cadbury World right next to us, and we did tours of Cadbury World all the time.
I'm going there 2 days' time for the first time.
Oh, brilliant. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Chocolate Wonderland, really. But they've... good God, they had a lot less stuff there now. They got rides and stuff now.
Yeah, they've got a ride there now, yeah.
They had this big vat, which you can walk into. You can't anymore. But there was this big white vat, and when I saw this film, it reminded me of that vat. So I used to go quite frequently because schools would take you on trips there and stuff all the time. And I keep referencing the fungus every time. And at one point, the tour guide overheard me yell, "Oh yeah, the fungus is in this room," and she got like really paranoid that I'd spotted something horrible, and our class was told to leave because. So I ruined a school trip because I mentioned the fungus in. So the Mario Bros movie, you owe me a trip to Cadbury World. Have we seen him blink?
Have I seen?
Dennis Hopper blink in this movie?
I don't think so. I keep looking. He's a very wet-looking, lizardy. I suppose that's like kind of what he's going for.
Yeah.
So, come on, Dad.
Take a screenshot and
Yeah.
prove this is a Super Mario Bros. Movie.
So weird. I've got. Not that I want to watch it again, but I've got to show my wife this film. Just like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Gotta play a drinking game with it.
yeah, definitely. You need
Lizard
it.
Man says Dennis Hopper doesn't blink. He just licks his eyeballs. I love it. Like Luigi is all in, and Mario's like, ugh. Oh, this is another
I'm
scene
trying to
I
work out in
remember.
my head how they would ever do a the way he walks there, brilliant. A live action Mario movie at all. Like, especially back then, it would be an absurdly hard thing to replicate.
Absolutely. Got time for puns as well. I love him.
Camera comes in.
Oh yes. Again, another costume change.
It looks kind of like what I'd imagine a Judge Dredd movie to look like.
Yes,
Got a bit of a Judge Dredd vibe to it.
it does.
Another
it
movie
really
I've got a
does.
bit of a soft spot for. Not the new one. The new one's fantastic. Everyone thinks
Oh, yeah,
so.
yeah.
But like the old ones, Sylvester Stallone one, I've got a soft spot for that as well.
I'm not a fan of Rob Schneider, so I dislike that movie purely because Schneider's in it. And yes, he takes the helmet off and the law.
Yeah.
It's not a bad film though. I just dislike it out of pure spite.
I remember watching it as a kid and like loving it. Like I think I was always kind of into Judge Dredd a bit,
Yeah.
but I watched that and I'm like, I am well into Judge Dredd now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then
Yeah.
like a couple of really good games came out.
Mhm.
I got super into Judge Dredd, and then when the 2012 film came out,
Criminal they haven't made a sequel. Like
it is
one of the best.
genuinely
One of the best
it's amazing.
standalone comic book type films.
And Carl Urban rocks the Judge Dredd like vibe.
Yeah.
He gets it so well.
And apparently he gets really quite wound up because people just will not shut up about it to him.
Yeah, I can understand why. Like it would be
He's
irritating.
like, I
He's been in
can't
so
do
many other-
anything.
Yeah. I'm just an actor. I can't make films. Why do all these prostitutes know Mario?
Oh, is she the number 4th most popular person in this film? Is that her?
Maybe.
Is it?
But I
Let me
think
have a
that's the
look.
implication. Most of these women are like ladies of the night. Why do they all know him? Oh my god, Mario's a player. I told you, he brings raw sexual energy to this film.
He doesn't care. Yeah, one of these is Carlene Moore. I think it's that one there. I'm freezing my butt off here. I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
What's he got?
He's got the rock.
Stone. All right, yeah.
The
Such a
dramatic
highlight for his
turn.
career, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dennis Hopper.
Princesses love him, dumb. So yeah, absolutely. Hell if I know.
Speed, Apocalypse Now, True Romance, one of my favorites. The Mario movie.
I forgot that Cooper's waiting for his pizza all this time. We have to have a scene where there's a pipe. What can we do? Oh, get a mattress and just slide
Oh my
down
god,
the
of
pipe.
course, it's a pipe, isn't it? I just assumed because all films need a bit of a. It could be a ride one day.
Oh yeah,
Section. I didn't really think about it being a pipe.
I
I'm
forgot
so
the
far
Goombas.
removed from everything to do with the games. I'm not even trying to find the references now. They could have at least painted it green. Come on, they
Nah,
could have at least painted it green.
you've got to do everything possible to be as distant from the game as possible.
Mario's laying on the
Goombas,
pipe.
Miss Swift. Oh,
Don't you feel like kind of sorry for these guys because they're like just like minions, but like they don't know what they're doing.
some of them don't. Yeah, like Toad has a degree of autonomy. He actually fought against other Goombas, so I guess it is more personality driven. Like you're a goon for Cooper, you're going to turn into one of these critters.
They're going so slowly.
Oh, the guitar is just shredding here.
Look at that. We are really watching Return to Oz now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Smooth landing.
Absolutely. Momentum carries that way. Like, everyone knows that cheap mattresses have very good aerodynamics.
Yeah. Boeing, take note. Hey, his pizza's here.
His pizza's there.
I didn't know Dennis Hopper was a voice in Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Either I completely forgot that or I just didn't know that at all.
Defeated by being kicked. It's identical to the games. I don't want to be talking about Slopes. This is easily the most Mario film I've ever seen in my life.
It's actually they've gone so out of their way to not make it like a Mario game.
Don't you remember the cyberpunk aesthetics with the flamethrower guns and the Nazi-esque attire and the goop
fungus
everywhere? Again, fungus. Where in Mario is? I know there's mushrooms, but they don't refer to them as fungus.
Yeah.
It is like a cynical, clinical, like devolved look at the games. It's so interesting.
I take the mic. I would love to have been on this set.
Oh, absolutely.
Big time.
I don't know if it would have made me cynical, though. Wolfenstein Bros. Yeah, it's closer to a Wolfenstein game than it is Mario. I mean, yeah, they're after an ancient mystical artifact. So yeah, it is closer to a...
I don't know if I will show this to my kid, actually. It's such a creepy movie.
It was good enough for the kids in the 90s.
What's perfect hair?
Again, the stylists, they're just knocking it out of the park. Vote for Cooper.
Come on, Daisy. Could have at least worn like orange or something, you know?
Exactly right. When did they get cigarettes
hanging out
from?
with prostitutes. I've seen that clip so many times. I didn't realize it was from this movie where she's running.
There you go.
Unless I'm getting it mixed up with something else. What am I getting it mixed up with? I'm getting it mixed up with when Judge Doom is running in Toontown.
Yeah.
You know, it's got that same style about it, running through that.
Yeah. You see the shadow, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, God, yeah. This is...
It's so
when the
weird
game
because
begins to
the,
move
the
with the
obvious
cube.
choice would have been like them getting sucked into a Super Nintendo or something really,
Yeah.
really obvious.
Nah. You get through via an interdimensional portal created by a meteorite back in prehistoric dinosaur-esque era. The same meteorite, in fact, that wiped the dinosaurs out. Of course that makes sense.
So weird. When did he properly learn about this?
Well,
He just saw one hanging like
yeah.
2/3 of the film ago, and now
Luigi popped it in his pack, and Luigi's been telling him to trust the fungus all this time, and now he's finally trusting the fungus. And where does it get him? Babam just falls down.
that's Mario.
Come on.
Come and get it. Come on.
Come on.
It's
The
a
Mario
me.
movie. Hashtag not my Mario. This is my Mario. Come on. The Mario as a harem of prostitutes dances sultrily in
You will get
nightclubs.
so much more business if you go to the real world. Go.
Well, these guys are from the real world. They've
Wasn't
got
there
kidnapped.
Ginger earlier?
Yeah, she got electrocuted and now it's white.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, Luigi, a woman's just died.
Him acting his heart out there. The Force? Question mark? I don't know, probably.
I love that that's all it took to ruin Cooper. Just blow out his candle.
The pinnacle of Dennis Hopper's
yes.
career.
Bravo. But yeah,
He's sitting
Halifano,
there
great
laughing,
effects
thinking,
for
this
93.
is my Oscar moment.
I don't think he had even the slightest inkling to believe that while he was on set. I love it. I love that everything that they use is just plumber's tools that fixes
Dear, oh
stuff.
dear. There goes the Twin Towers.
Oof. Oh yeah, there it is, the Super Scope, and he gets the Scapelli. The
Oh my God,
Scapellis get what they
it does
deserve.
look a bit like the Super Scoper, doesn't it?
It is. They just painted it.
It's actually very traumatic. You shouldn't laugh.
Yeah.
This guy probably has, a wife and kids.
He's got a whole business that he looks after.
His life expectancy is just shot down.
Yep. Trust the fungus.
Oh, wow, look, mushroom.
Does it look anything like a mushroom from the games? Absolutely not. It looks like a fungus.
Like, what is even going on anymore? Like, this is ridiculous.
You can see the writers fighting with each other, can't you?
Yeah.
They go back to Brooklyn. No, they go back to the Mushroom Kingdom.
And then what happened was, one of their partners got involved. Look, can you guys just stop arguing? Why don't you all do it? Why don't everyone do what they want to do, and then you can all add your ideas to the movie?
then everyone wins. Everyone will be happy.
Everyone except the viewers.
Yeah. Oh, there's Toad.
Come
You
on,
don't want to
where's the
evolve
one
your
bit I
friends
remember?
back.
Doesn't it go like up the wall now?
Yep, goes up the
Yeah. Oh
wall.
my god, it's coming back as I watch it. I want to see my Reebok sign. I'm sure it's Reebok.
There we go. Toad saves the day. See, the annoying thing here, that's
It makes
character
the elevator
development.
kind of makes sense.
It does. It's foreshadowing, and it's irritating because a lot of modern movies don't bother with something as simple as this, and that is irritating because it's goofy and silly here, but it also makes sense, and we don't get that in a lot of films today. It makes me sad. The Mario Bros movie from '93 is clearly superior. Bluegrass will save us all.
Oh, here we go. Go on, it's now upside down and they look down. Oh my god, I did not realise it was the scope.
Yep, it was the Super Scope.
Oh, and that's kind of Bowser-ish.
Yep, we've almost got it.
Yay, it is.
There it is, the Reebok. Representing the Brits.
Actually wasn't as big of an explosion as I was expecting after all that build-up.
Exactly. It wasn't that big.
It's like, oh, it's actually not that bad. He's just back in that thing he was hanging out in earlier.
Yeah, the tar pit. Oh my god, that's his flying thing, isn't it? Like from the games. That's his.
God, yeah.
See, it's exactly like the games. We're complaining about it, but
What does it look like? Oh, there we go. That is Bowser right there. You've waited an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting closer, but
You primordial ooze now.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, who are you gonna call? Oh.
And we can never make a sequel because we've just killed Bowser.
Yep. I guess Bowser Jr. could come.
It's so because they just go up really slowly and then just lift. There's no like flying through the air. I want to live in the alternative universe where they made a game based on this movie.
Oh, absolutely. Super Mario Bros. The movie, the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be a 2D fighter like the Street Fighter one.
The classic movie based on the game.
Oh, yeah, the classic.
And then
everyone's dancing in the streets
at the end.
And here's Lance.
Well, that was perfectly. His only line.
Yep. I'm back. Love those. We should. Oh, I missed my opportunity when we interviewed Lance for Aliens Expanded. I should have made a point of saying, "How do you feel about the Mario Bros. Movie?"
Yeah.
Imagine if it lit him up and he's like, "Oh, highlight of my career."
I have 6 words for you.
Love those plumbers.
5 words, sorry.
She does have very big eyes. I wonder how much Lance got paid for that. Yeah, you're right, Calbot. I'm curious too. This makes Masters of the Universe make sense, says old Johnny Devick. That is something, actually. What would I prefer a sequel to? Masters of the Universe or
Another film
Ghost?
I've not seen since the one time I watched it as a kid, and I think I had a pirate copy. Honestly, a dodgy VHS from the market. Of
Oh,
that.
yes.
Yeah, and it's a dark film anyway, so watching like a
Oh,
dark
yeah.
VHS, it's just like, I think I
But
can
you can't
see
see
Skeletor,
anything?
I think.
Oh, hell if I know is saying this. Actually, yes, sound off in the comments. What would you prefer a sequel to?
Until we meet again.
Put the subtitles on, that's what Yoshi said as well. Until we meet again! I love that woman, Lena, is still just hard-boiled into the wall over there.
This is what you're leaving behind. That weird dinosaur thing, the big ugly dinosaur thing, and this. Masters of the Universe over this any day, says Sharon.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Calbot saying Masters of the Universe if they have to choose. Luigi, wash your shirt, bro. You've had that on for ages. Oh, wait, no. Didn't you have a red one on? Do you just have the same yin-yang flaming symbol on all of your shirts?
And they're sitting down and eating pizza, just like how the new movie starts off.
What does she have a grenade launcher? And there we go. There we go. The Super Mario Bros. Movie, everyone.
Almost unreal. Written and performed by Roxette. I don't think I've ever watched a film where it showed the music credit before the actors
before everything
credit.
else. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that was a movie.
Sorry, everyone.
Come on, then. Tell us what you think, everybody. Slopes, how was this for you?
It's I mean, I was only like half watching it because we were talking and stuff, but
absolutely
it was, I think, worse than I remember. I've got to be honest. Yeah. See, the thing is, right, what happens is, I mean, if you grew up with this and you remember it being good, then that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But you get a lot. This film wasn't popular when it came out.
No.
And what happens is years later, people start saying certain things are cool. Like, it's going to happen with Borderlands as well. Everyone says,
yeah, exactly, yeah.
But people are going to start saying it's good later on down the line. And I don't know if it's to try and make himself sound, be different and cool or whatever else. But like, I didn't like this film when it came out, and I watched it again. And I'm like, my God. I know I said I'm going to watch it with my wife. I don't know if I can bring myself to watch it again. Saying that, I'm probably going to cut it up for a music video that I do for DJ.
Oh yeah, it's got some great visuals in.
It has. It's so weird. I'm proper right in the middle. I'm happy it exists because it's so weird, and I love weird video game history. But at the same time, like, what did they do? The story
behind it is more interesting than the film itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got Immortal Rimmer saying not a masterpiece, but fun. Mm-hmm. Only half watched. That was a trip from Ms. Swift. Not sure if it's good or bad. Yep, got the Ant-Man t-shirt from Sharon.
I just saw Sharon point it out, yeah.
Old Johnny Devick. Usually a low rating would make me say it's a movie, but not sure this covers this. Lizard Man, honest opinion. Funny to watch. Still pretty bad. At least this time I knew what to expect. And now I can confidently say this was a movie.
It's so bizarre. I think what it is just like you're watching it and just like, and this, how have they got this so far removed from the game? Every little thing is just like, that isn't like the game. That isn't like the game.
It is peculiar.
Like there isn't much they got right.
I know it would definitely be a better film if it wasn't related to the Mario Bros. Franchise because there was so much passion and love put in that film.
Yeah. And it had a little cult following.
Yeah.
It'd be around the level of a Lawnmower Man, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, maybe.
Yeah. I'd like to see a different universe where it's not attached to the Mario Bros. Franchise. But everyone, that was the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And I'll be back in 7 days with another different special guest to watch the 90s version of Mortal Kombat. Sorry,
The
Slopes. I know
first
you would
one.
have preferred that one. The
Oh,
first one.
mate,
Oh, yeah.
it's so good. And that theme tune as well.
Oh, yeah. That
Dun,
theme.
dun, 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 dun,
Mm.
dun. Yeah,
Like,
so
every
good.
time I think of Mortal Kombat, I think of that theme tune.
Yeah, it's
Fantastic.
again for people that joined in late. I remember as a kid watching that when it first came out, and me and my mate, like I think it was year 7 at the time. We would have been actually because I remember what school I was at. Just looking at each other like that was the best film ever
Right?
made, like, ever. Watching that, absolutely. It's it's awesome. It's awesome.
Test your might next week. Exactly, Lizard Man.
Right.
So, everyone, we will see you in 7 days. And until then, bye bye.
Catch you later.